Hey everybody, another Erev Shabbos is upon us. It is the Parsha of Shemot. It is a brand new book of the Torah, and it starts out by listing out the names of the Shvatim, the all the sons of Yaakov, and who represent the tribes of Israel, and how they're now living in Egypt. And obviously, we remember, through the last parshas of the book of Bereshis, how they came down from Eretz Yisrael to the land of Egypt because of the famine, and they settled in Goshen, and that's where they set up their homes. Um, but now they're there, and we're gonna see how they had to. They had to because they have to go through a process to be forged into the nation of Israel. So, up until this point, they're a family. But now they're going to be going through a shared experience of being forged into a nationhood. And it says something very interesting. It says that a new Paro comes to power that didn't know Yoseph. Now, how is that possible? Everybody knew Yoseph. Yoseph is a guy that raised the land of Egypt to this great powerhouse by being able to weather this worldwide famine, and was able to even not just survive it, but thrive during it. How was it possible that he didn't know? Yes, he knew. But what happens was what we call revisionist history. So apparently, he didn't want to know. There were some people that came up and they were like, no, it didn't really happen like that. You're putting too much emphasis on his importance. And what I see is I'm looking at the world today and I'm seeing the very same type of revisionist history going on, where you have people that came over from Europe over the course of the past century, and they made lives for themselves, and they built up their houses, they built up their businesses, they became they built up the communities. And all of a sudden now we have people that are like, no, they're not important. What they did wasn't right. They're just colonizers, and they're taking things away from the rightful owners of the land, and the people who should rightfully inherit those businesses and pieces of property. It's this revisionist history of the newer generations that they don't know. They don't know what really went on. And in order to make themselves feel more important, they downplay the importance of who came before. So what happens? What happens going back to the Parshas? We realize that no, the people who came before, they set the foundation. They set the foundation. In fact, we know when we recite the spheros, when we during the days between Pesach and Shavuos, and we count Sphira, and we it's called counting Sphirot, and we notice that the attribute attributed to Yoseph is foundation. So quite frankly, we can harken back to that time period where Joseph set the foundation for his family to be forged into the nation that it was to become. Wishing everybody good Shabbos, and we'll see you on the flip side.